The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always raucous Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Jaguar defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Browns at 5-7 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2nd and 10. Hurts. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd is Watson. This is Fant on the short completion. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trenton Simpson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Watson on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's A.J. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run for it with A.J. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Pass at 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They go play action with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And this drive will begin with a run from A.T. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Watson now to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Browns nothing.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Hurts. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this 1st half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, 31.
A give up the middle to A.T. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, 31 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, a full half to be played. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Ya-Sin. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
First down, Jacksonville.
The final shot before the break, Watson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Third quarter begins with a run from G.0.A.T. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Right back to G.0.A.T. on second down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Touchdown, Jaguars! Deshaun Watson, 35 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is..."
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
73, 73.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hey, 73, 73.
On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But it's 4th down.
Silver, set. Crowd left, Yeti.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Browns.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Deebo Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns get a bit closer. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts will throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Shreds the tackle. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
59.
G.0.A.T will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Again, Watson to keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. We have played 3 quarters. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Watson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
On first down, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run by G.0.A.T. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
At the 5-yard line.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Watson going to sneak it, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
Part, I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in a blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 64 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A 3-yard pickup brings us
second down. Here's Jalen Hurts.
11-yard line.
And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit.
And now here's another interception. picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Andrew, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing now, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now a first down throw, Watson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this will be a win for G.A.T.